everybody. This is BS of the Week. I'm Patrick Driggett with my friends.
Hi there, I'm Kevin Lucy from the Glasgow Rushmores, and we also have
Tad Hastings from the Sisu Sixtysixers.
All right. Yeah, we had an extra week here that we didn't expect. We're still waiting for week 4 games to process. So, anticipation builds in moments like this. And we had a special episode we had actually prepped towards the beginning of the preseason that didn't work out. We weren't able to get the scheduling in time. There were a couple of conflicts, but we already had everything prepared. And so this is our special uniform episode where we're going to talk about the uniforms, all the exciting uniforms we see around the leagues. We're not going to only talk about the Big Sky. We're also spoilers going to talk about our favorite uniforms from other leagues as well. Just kind of give some of our favorites from around the league. And I think just by chance, we all picked a team in a different conference. So that's pretty cool. So spoilers. But yeah, we're excited to kind of share our favorite teams and or uniforms for the different teams. And talk about the inspiration of our own uniforms. And we have a little bit of an exciting announcement for the end that Kev's going to tell you about. I'm super excited about this. So it'll be one of our very first kind of interactive things that we do with everyone. So please stay tuned to the end for us to talk about that. But without further ado, Kev, why don't you talk about uniforms?
Okay, well, I've been looking forward to this episode for so long because not very many people know this, but I spent years and years working in women's clothing. In fact, yes, that's a surprise for everyone.
That's awesome.
For those of you that are Scottish bent, you will know, you probably might have heard in a certain age, you'll have heard of a department store group called Goldbergs. Well, I actually worked for them for 15 years as their ladies buyer. Okay, so a lot of people accuse me of being the one person that made them bankrupt. I can't claim that all to myself. So basically, as I say, I've worked in ladies' fashion. And as you can see from the sartorial elegance before you, I know what the heck I'm talking about when it comes to fashion.
Yeah, I'm convinced.
Yeah, you've got the right guy here. So, here we have the shirt that's been modelled that was seen, first of all, at the Bristol live draft last year. And for those of you that are going again, you may well see the same thing again. It is basically the inspiration of this uniform, if you like, this shirt, is from the Adidas 2019 Ladies Scotland football team. And as you can see on screen, that was basically what it looked like, believe it or not. Not one of Scotland's finest moments. But I decided to take that and remodel it into the Glasgow Rushmores uniform that we proudly see today.
Sorry, I have to get my sunglasses on, Kev. Give me a second.
It's okay, mate. It's we're those of us that are comfortable within our own skins are quite happy with pink and sky blue as our major colours. So basically, what we're looking at today is uniforms. What makes a good uniform? And as our friends over on the other channel, as it were, pardon the interception, are only too happy to say they like to see a helmet. They reckon every player should have a helmet, and on that helmet should be a good logo. So rule number 1 for me picking my best 3 teams or uniforms is that every uniform should have a helmet. Okay. The other thing that we can do is when we're designing our uniforms, we're allowed to use 3 colours. Now, a lot of people only use 2, and they say, less is more and all that nonsense. Well, to be quite honest, I haven't seen very many defences playing with only 10 men because they say less is more. So I'm a firm believer that if you're allowed to use 3 colours, use 3 colours. So again, another one of my criteria for my best uniforms is nobody that is lazy enough to only use 2 uniforms is going to get my best vote. Okay, so you've got to have a logo, you've got to have a uniform with 3 colours. And also, you've got to be brave and you've got to be bold. So we're going to look at the first uniform that I've chosen. And as they say on all game shows, in no particular order. So with Big Sky, we're going to look at Martin Benson's Mount Dora Massive. And you're going to look, first of all, at that beautiful logo. Oh my gosh, does that not sing out to you, Mount Dora Massive? Just in case you weren't sure what it was, there's a great big bloody M there. And you also have a mountain in the background. And in terms of the colors, burnt orange, burgundy, and charcoal. Now, those are brave, dynamic, masculine colors. So well done, Martin. An excellent uniform there. And you are in my top 3. My second one.
Well, hold on. I need to say something here. For anybody who has lived in Central Florida like I have, and you've been to Mount Dora, it's actually super funny, the mountain logo, because let's just say a mountain in Florida is not exactly as impressive. So he really leaned in here, and I love it. Yeah, and charcoal is a pretty cool color. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead, Kev.
No. I love a guy with an imagination. So if he thinks that's a mountain in Florida, that's good enough for me. Okay, next team, the Yorkshire Warriors. Okay, here you can see nautical blue, and let's face it, guys, who doesn't love a bit of nautical blue? With your yellow, and I'm not sure where the pink comes in, but we have to assume that's their undergarments or something like that. Again, if you look at the logo, this might not mean too much for our boys across the water, but the white rose is in fact the symbol of Yorkshire. So a very clever use there of the white rose. And again, Ambrose, a brilliant uniform, mate. You should be very proud of that. Okay, let's move on to my third one, which is in fact the Beverley Bay Packers. Now here, if you look at that logo, is that not a piece of art? The B and then the orange, or should we say the tangerine, sorry, just to highlight the P as well. So you've got a B and a P all tied into the logo. Any marketing company would be extremely proud of that. And again, you look at the 3 uniforms with 3 different colors there. The tangerine, brave color, the navy, and the white. Traditional white, traditional navy, but an excellent combination. So again, Tom, fantastic, all told there.
Very
and
clever
then
logo. I like the logo a lot.
Oh, the logo's just so clever, isn't it? It's like,
yeah.
And then when we go out of the league, okay, out of the Big Sky, you might be surprised at this one here, but I felt that anyone that actually picked copper and teal and sky blue as 3 complementary colours deserved a mention. And if you look at that logo again, come on, did you not know that was the Mariners? It's absolutely brilliant. So well done again, Nathan. Lovely uniforms. So all in all, I'm actually quite impressed with those 4. I think they would stand the test of time in any NFL competition. So Tad, let's see what you've got for us.
All right, here's my team. Sisu Sixtysixers. I had absolutely no inspiration at all picking the colors. I happened to just like red, and I just did a bunch of different colors. Decided, hey, that looks okay, and I just picked it. That was it. Now the helmet on the other side, on the other hand, I worked very hard on making the helmet like it was. It took a lot of time and effort to make sure that Patrick did it the way I wanted to do it, because I'm completely, utterly, I can turn the computer on, I can turn it off, and I can yell at my XYs. That's my skill set. So Patrick, what's that?
You're actually saying, Tad, that Patrick designed your logo?
He did.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I gave him some different options, and then he just we went through everything back and forth, and this is what we came up with. So, yeah.
Yeah, it was a fun process.
Fun for who, Patrick? Sorry.
I think both of us. Cool. Yeah, let me so let's see who you got first.
All right. In particular order, I thought maybe I picked the top 3. So I'm gonna go with the third one first, and I thought I went with the Kernow Sharks. I just really liked how they had the black and white going together, and with the red outline for the numbers, it kind of really made the numbers pop out. And to me, I just really liked it. I went through all the teams, and whatever popped out really quick, that's what I picked. And so I think the third best one I liked was the Sharks.
Nice.
Next one, I have to go with the Weymouth Bay Huskies. Nautical blue and silver blue. I don't know why, but it just really stands out to me. I just think it's a really cool looking uniform. I really like it.
They're pretty sleek, right? It's a pretty sleek looking uniform. It's cool.
Yeah, I'm kind of jealous. I kind of thought maybe I thought of that at first, but I didn't. And look at that helmet. It's really cool. I mean, Huskies, got Huskies sitting there hollering on the helmet. How could you go wrong with that?
Right.
I'm like, And I think the best uniform, my humble opinion, would be the Rhinos. It's just simply charcoal, white, and ivory. Again,
colours
I
are
don't.
there? Yeah.
What's that? Go ahead.
So how many colours are there? Just the 2 uniforms?
This one has 3.
All right.
Well, there's
Just,
3 colors and 2 uniforms, so we don't have the special.
All right.
Yeah, we don't have the special one.
Yeah, but it's just plain. It's simple. It goes great together with each other, and I just think it's a fantastic uniform. And I give that one hands down. I like it a lot.
I hope they never play in the snow or fog. All right, and so do you want what about the outside of the league?
Okay, outside of the league, I went to the Empire. I looked up the Nassau Hurricanes with Mike Smith. They have a hurricane on their helmet, so it goes great with their name. And again, this is another uniform that is, they picked 3 simple colors: sea blue, ivory, and white. And it goes excellent together. All 3 uniforms, actually. They have the opposite for their second uniform. They have an okay green color one for their 3rd uniform.
It looks like a color rush. I like it. It's cool.
Yes. It's just, again, it's plain, it's simple, and I think out of all the Empire, I like this one the best.
Nice.
Okay.
And off to you, Patrick.
All right. Well, first off, here's the Berlin Fire. I probably had like 3 different logos over the years, and I don't know. I just want to do something quick here with the F. Obviously, it's a flame. Yeah, it was just a fun little thing. I love gray. Just so you know, I want like a gray car. I love that gray cars are a thing now. Not silver, but just like a flat gray. I love that. So anyway, I was inspired by that. With the red, with the fire, kind of a traditional uniform for the home. And then away, I like I'm a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan. Some people know that. And I always liked how their uniforms over the years have had interest. Like it's not just an opposite scheme for home and away. There's always a small kind of change in some of the colors. And so I decided to kind of go with like adding in the splash of a different color here, keeping the red consistent and adding in the gold a little bit. And then I wanted to create kind of an alternative uniform that harkened back to something. Like I wanted to pretend like there's this old historical uniform. I thought of the old Steelers uniforms, really kind of black and another solid bold color. And so I wanted to do something a little more evocative of like, this is something they played back in the 60s, that this is what they wore then. So it's very different historical kind of thing. But I don't think they're the best. I think I need to do another pass, but anyway, it was fun. So who is actually good? That's what I'm not here to talk about the Fire. I just wanted to, we wanted to share our uniforms. So my first choice is the Surfers. Really love leaning in on the surfer theme here. I think it's really evocative of the ocean. I think it's super cool. The splash of yellow is not something I would have thought of either. And I think that's pretty dang cool. And I mean, the color rush, I really enjoy the alternative uniforms and just kind of seeing this thing that's different but bold. And I really like Gary's take here on the alternate uniform. So that's a really cool one. And the logos, I mean, it's a skull and surfboards. Who would have ever thought that was a thing? And we know now that that's a thing, and it's cool. So next we've got the Irish, very traditional. It makes me think of the of college, right? There might be a team called the Irish. I don't know if you've heard of it. But yeah, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. But obviously the theme there, it's easy to detect. But I think again, it's a really cool version of the uniform. It's a nice color combination. I like the kind of combination of the old gold and gold. I think it works really well together with that green, and it kind of pops. And again, the alternate uniform with the orange, kind of reminds me of the Miami Hurricanes. Pretty cool color combo there. I like this a lot.
It's a really nice helmet. I like it, but I'm also thinking that the 4-leaf clover is a lucky 4-leaf clover. So maybe Coach Marsh there might want to try to see if he can change it to a 4-leaf clover, because as he's improving, maybe he can have a little bit extra luck on his side.
Oh, I like
Good
it.
thinking. Good thinking.
Just an idea there.
Yeah.
But
and then lastly in the big sky, Lee, the Statesmen, maybe not as bold a usage of a pink that burns your retinas as Kevin, but still, I think this is a really tasteful version of that. I think it's a super cool thing that pops, and it's different than what's in the rest of the league. I think I'm noticing now he and I have very similar alternative uniforms, so that makes me want to change mine even more. But yeah, this is a super cool uniform. Great job, Lee, on doing that. And then outside the league, I'm going to go with the Stirling Scorpions. I think it's just a really interesting color scheme. Doesn't have an alternate, but the Scorpion logo is cool. I think it works really well and pops on the helmet. The uniforms, I think, help with that, sell that kind of arachnid feel, the black and the orange. It's pretty cool. Are scorpions arachnids? I don't know. I'm not a biologist, so I just feel
sorry. Sure. Yeah, I just feel sorry for Lee and for Simon, because they're never going to hear the end of this from Nick on Pardon the Interception. He's just going to go on and on and on about it.
The brothers would need to step up their uniform game. That's all I'm trying to say.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, speaking of that, they may have an opportunity, Kev. So why don't you let everyone know what our exciting announcement is?
Okay. Well, the exciting announcement is very, very simple. In as much as we're going to hold an interactive competition. The details you'll find down below. You just click on the link and it will take you to an interactive form. And basically what we're going to do is, if you give us a good reason, we are going to pick one or two clubs and we're going to totally and utterly redesign your uniforms for you. You're going to get a new helmet. You're going to get a new logo. You're going to get new color schemes. Okay, but what we need to know from you is why you need a new uniform. And the best answer will be announced, not immediately, but we will sift through the hundreds of entries that we know we're going to get. And we will then decide who is the winner. And what I would say is that there are a few teams that actually don't have a uniform. So we're expecting some responses from those teams as well. Okay, so that's a new competition. You'll find all the links down below, and Patrick's going to take care of everything for you. Okay, so we'll keep you informed about that one. Okay, so Tad, what reminders have you got for us this week?
This much for reminders. There's not much. I would just make sure that if you haven't in this extended week here, and we all hope that whoever was sick of the R&Rs, hopefully they're starting to feel better, but get those check marks in, just so when they do come back in and run the games, it goes much faster for everybody. So that'll be really cool. And as a community, if we all can start going on and maybe commenting on some games, even if you pick one extra game besides yourself to pick and comment on, maybe we can get more of the community more interactive with each other, and that'd be kind of cool too. So besides that, Patrick, we're on to you.
Yeah, no, exciting episode. This is fun. We'll see how, this isn't reviewing games and it's not bringing on, a special guest. We did have some guests lined up, but we unfortunately, just timing sometimes just doesn't work out. But this was a fun episode. I'm really excited to talk about the uniforms. It's a part of our game that everyone sees very obviously. It's the thing that kind of helps our identification. It's our coat of arms. It's our heraldry for our team, and I really enjoy that kind of stuff. So I'm glad we were able to do this episode, and I'm excited. I hope the community likes it. And yeah, we're excited to, next week we'll be back with our week 4 of the weeks. Excited about that, and we'll see if we have anybody lined up. And but it'd be fun if we had someone come join us. And yeah, I'm excited to see who wants uniforms. I love Tad alluded to it, but earlier this season, well, actually no, it was last season. It was before last season. Tad and I had met, we had chatted after the draft or something. And I think it was in one of the chat rooms during the draft, right? That's when we started talking. And I just said, yeah, sure. I'll help with your logo or something like that. And that's how that happened. But, I'm excited to do it as part of a competition. I think it'll be fun. I'm excited to see everyone's excuses or reasons that they want one. But yeah, I think that'll be a lot of fun. But yeah, we'll see you all next week. Enjoy, get those submissions in for the competition so we can start moving forward on those and see some new cool uniforms in the league. And I hope you all have a wonderful week. Bye.
Bye, guys.